Hello guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to Blue Point TV where we'll talk about football and football related stories. Alright guys, let's just talk about the game Newcastle and Chelsea. Let's just talk about how I feel like this game will go. Now for me, for Chelsea, I feel like the international break came for Chelsea at the wrong time because I feel like there's momentum building with this Chelsea team. Of course, the last two games that Chelsea played, they won against Tottenham 4-1, and of course they have that very good performance against Manchester City 4-4. Yes, they did not win that game against City, but I feel like they played very well. For them to score 8 goals in 2 games, I feel like it's very good from the team, knowing that this Chelsea team, they struggle to score goals, and then in 2 games, they scored 8. So I feel like there's something building, especially from the attack. Now, against this Newcastle team that Chelsea will be playing against, is this time the right time to meet or to play against this Newcastle team? Because let's be honest, Newcastle in recent games, they haven't really been good. They lost their their games against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. They lost those 2 games. And of course, they lost their last game in the Premier League against Bournemouth. And yeah, we also know that they won the last game that Newcastle, the last game they won was against Arsenal. In the last 4 games, I think. It was against, the last game they won was against Arsenal, the 1-0 that they won against Arsenal. But for me, we all agree that Newcastle in recent games haven't been really in their best form. But at the same time, it is Newcastle. I still think they have some decent players, they have some good players. Yes, we understand that injury have really hit this Newcastle team. They have a lot of injury. Some of their key players are out injured, but some are back. Some of their players that wasn't in the game against Bournemouth, some of them are back, like Isak, Emeron. I think these players are back. And then that attack for Newcastle, if Isak will start that game, if Almiron will start that game, and Anthony Gordon from the others, I feel like they have a decent attack. I think this is mainly their best front line that they have been using in this season. So for me, their attack is good. And their midfield, we all understand how Newcastle midfield, how they like to play. This powerful, they are very strong. That's how Newcastle likes to play. That kind of thing that want to bully the other teams. So that's how we know. Even when the game that they won against Arsenal, we saw how they were just, putting their body, especially if they are playing at home. That's how they like to play if they are playing at home. Now, for Chelsea, like I said, I feel like the international break came at the wrong time. But I still think there's momentum already from this Chelsea side. There's this belief already. Most of the Chelsea fans even are believing that they will beat, Chelsea will beat this Newcastle team. That Chelsea, this is the right time Chelsea have the opportunity to beat this Newcastle side. We shouldn't forget last season, Newcastle won Chelsea 1-0 at their ground. And for me, that 1-0 that Chelsea lost at Newcastle could have been 3 or even 4 because they dominated the game against Chelsea. But of course, that's an old Chelsea team. Most of the players most of the players that are here now wasn't at Chelsea last time Newcastle won against Chelsea. And the manager, Poch, wasn't the manager. So this is a new brown Chelsea team. So it will be interesting to see how this game will go. Now for me, how I think the managers will approach the game. For Newcastle, we all understand that they have injuries. We all understand they have injuries. But I still think, based on what I'm hearing, the players that are available, I still think they still have decent squad or 11 that will start this game. So, and we know that the Newcastle manager is not defensive manager, especially if he's playing at home. He likes to, press. He likes to be aggressive. He likes to approach. He wants to play football, even if his team is fit. I think Newcastle team, I think they are very fit. They are so strong, their midfielders. And I think Newcastle will approach the game like that in terms of coming out to play. But at the same time, I think they will have a structure, kind of a shape on how to stop the Chelsea midfield, not to control the game. Because I think Chelsea will control the game. I think the Chelsea midfield will control the game better. That's my opinion in this game. I think Chelsea have the midfield to control the game. Of course, Newcastle themselves will have their moment. Chelsea will have their moment. The two teams will have their moment. But I just feel like maybe Chelsea midfield will control the game better in terms of possession than the Newcastle team. So for me, I think Newcastle will press, but they will press with purpose. They will not just be coming at Chelsea. And for me, if Newcastle will press, for me, I want them to press. I want them to come out to play. If Newcastle will come out to play, that's when I think Chelsea will have a chance to, or a better chance to even win this game. Because Chelsea will know they like to play better against teams that will give them space and behind. They like to play against teams that will press them. Because I think if you press Chelsea, they have the midfield to boycott that press. They have the midfield to knock the ball around and pass the press. We've seen it against Arsenal. We've seen it, against Manchester City. This is a very good side that knows how to press Manchester City. But Chelsea midfield played around the City press. So if Newcastle will press, if they will press Chelsea, that's for me. I think that would be the kind of game that Chelsea will want. So that if they can manage to bypass the press, the attacking players will have space to run in behind, to create more chances. Now, for me, how I think Chelsea should win this game is by the strikers being clinical, is by the players being clinical. If Chelsea players can be clinical enough in this game, I think Chelsea can win this game. If they can be clinical, I think Chelsea can win this game. My problem with this Chelsea team, still, even if they scored 4 goals in the last 2 games, I'm still not 100% convinced that they are clinical enough. The players that will start this game, I'm not sure if they are clinical enough. Like I said, if this Chelsea team can be clinical, because the chances will come. I think they will create chances against this Newcastle team. I honestly do. But can they be clinical? If they can be clinical enough, I think they have a chance in winning this game against Newcastle. Of course, we understand that the Newcastle stadium, the fans, it's a difficult ground to go to. Let's get it right there first. This Newcastle team, their stadium, it's very, very difficult to go there and win because of how, their fans likes to back their team. And it seems the Newcastle team feed from the backing of their fans if they are playing, especially a big game. So it's a difficult ground to go, but I think there's momentum from this Chelsea side. Even if I feel like the international break came at the wrong time, I still think there's momentum from this Chelsea team. We can see something is building from this Chelsea team. So, and the Newcastle team, some of their key players are not available, for this game. Yes, some are, coming back, but not all of them that are back for this that will be available for this game. So it will be interesting to see how Chelsea will approach this game, because I feel like this is a must-win game for Chelsea. I feel like they have to win this game if they want to still have a chance for the top 4, because it's still the target for me. Finishing in the top 4 is still the target. Yes, I know it will be difficult. It will be difficult finishing in the top 4, considering how Chelsea started the season. I think it will be difficult because teams above Chelsea, many of them are doing well. I don't even want to talk about the top 3 teams, the City, Liverpool and Arsenal. I just want to talk about from Tottenham down, but Tottenham, they are in 4th position. Aston Villa, Newcastle. These teams, and they're very good teams. Aston Villa are doing very well. So I feel like this is a must-win game for Chelsea. They just have to win this game anyhow, because, like I said, most of the Chelsea fans are believing that this is the right time to meet this Newcastle team. So if they have this belief going into this game, Chelsea just have to. And I feel like the team themselves, Chelsea themselves, the team, I feel like they feel like they can beat Newcastle. So they just have to win this game somehow. Even if it's 2-0, 2-1, 1-0, 3-2, somehow just have to win this game, because if Chelsea win against Newcastle, it will be 19 points for Chelsea. And Newcastle already have 20 points. So they are topping Chelsea with 4 points. So if Chelsea can win this game, they'll be close to Newcastle. It will just be 1 point different. And then Tottenham are playing against Aston Villa. One of those teams will draw point, or the two of them will draw point. So if you can win against Newcastle, you're getting closer to the teams above you. So for me, I feel like it's a must-win game for Chelsea they have to win this game. They have to win this game. Now, for Chelsea, the players that will be available that I think will start this game, we expect the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez, to still be the number one in this game. Of course, we haven't seen the second choice goalkeeper. We don't know how good he is yet, but I still expect Sanchez to be in goal in this game. Now, this James, it's good that this James did not even go for the international for England, so that he will be fit and he continue building on his fitness. So the James being available for this game is crucial. We know how important he is for Chelsea if he's playing. And then for me, I just feel like Chelsea should go with the same defense line that played against Manchester City. Marco Corella playing from the left back, the two central defenders in Disease and Thiago Silva. And then the midfield, the usual midfielders, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher, for me, I feel like he will be very, very important for this game because of making sure that he doesn't give Newcastle midfielders space, or time on the ball, because we know how aggressive he is in his tackling, in his pressing. So I feel like Conor Gallagher will be very important for this game. And of course, the attack. Pretty much I expect the same starting 11 for this game. The attack will be, for me, Sterling, because it's Jackson as well, of course, playing from the middle as number 9. And then Cole Palmer. So for me, this is the starting 11 that I expect Chelsea to go with. So like I said, it will be interesting to see how Chelsea will approach this game. They have to win this game. It's a must win, For me, somehow they have to be getting point. And when I mean point, I'm talking about 3 points. They have to win this game. So that's it for me on this game. And then, let's just talk about Christopher Nkunku and Romeo Lavia. Now, Christopher Nkunku, as we know, is back from injury. And then Romeo Lavia as well, I think he's also back from injury. But it seems they will not be available for this game against Newcastle, especially Christopher Nkunku, because we thought Nkunku would be available for this game. Because we thought he would be available for this game. Because this whole week, the news that we are hearing that Nkunku will be available for this game. Yes, we are not expecting him to start this game. We're expecting him to start from the bench. But information from the manager from Poch in his press conference, he said Christopher Nkunku will not be available for this game. Lavia will not be available for this game. Of course, he also said Christopher Nkunku is more closer to join the team, to join the squad than Romeo Lavia. But for this game, Nkunku will not be available. According to him, they're still running tests on the player to see if the player is fit enough to join the team. But for this game, Christopher Nkunku will not be available. So for me, I think maybe Nkunku will join the team maybe from next month, December. That's when I think maybe from the game against Brentford, the game against Brighton, or the game against Manchester United. Maybe that's when Christopher Nkunku will join the team. But for me, the positive is he is back, and we know how important this player will be for Chelsea moving forward. And of course, Romeo Lavia himself, we know how important these players as well, Romeo Lavia as well will be important. I think he will be very, very important as well for Chelsea moving forward. So for me, it will be an interesting game. Chelsea just have to win this game so that, let's start getting those points to still have chance to finish in the top 4, because I'm still believing that it's still possible. It's still possible, even if I think it will be difficult. So that's it from me on this one. What's your thoughts? What's your opinion? Do you think Chelsea will win this game? Do you think this is the best time to meet this Newcastle team, knowing that they have some injury problem, and of course, in their recent games, they haven't been really in their best form. Whereas for Chelsea, injury players are coming back, and their last 2 games, they did well in their last 2 games. So your thought and your opinion. But please, guys, if you're watching the video, please subscribe to the channel Blue Point TV if you're new, and also like the video. It's very important. If you like the video, it helps in spreading the content. And we're also on Facebook. Follow the channel Blue Point TV. Share the video. It's very important. Also like the video. Thank you, guys. While I see you again, stay safe.